Hello my friends, my name is Niyatjon and I'm a student of Tashkent State University of Economics. Now I want to conduct with you the research in the SET platform. For the research, we should obtain the data from the World Bank data site. Here it is. We should browse by country, and my country is Morocco. Here we should download the Excel format of these data, and after downloading it will reveal here. After downloading the file we should open it, and here we can see all the data. There are a lot of data we can use as a variables for conducting the research. I have choose 5 of them as a variable, and I have save it in another new Excel file, and here it is. And they are years, international tourism data, population data, tax revenues, GDP data. And now we should import this Morocco Excel data into the SET platform. For this, first of all, we should open the SET platform. Here it is. And now we should we should pass the button file, and here the button import, and here we can import our Excel file. Here it is. We should choose this import first row as variable names, and let's do. And now the file is already imported. And the next thing we should do, importing the do file. In my occasion, just to keeping the time and just to save the time, I have already prepared the do file. But if you are conducting the research, you can also make the research by just commanding by yourself here. And as a third file, I would open the Word file. On this Word file, I should visualize or just provide all informations and all the researches conducted on the SET platform step by step. So it starts from here. The first thing we should do is just to save our SET file. We can name it in with any names, like M, for example, or Morocco, or Morocco Stata. And here we can choose the format and just save it. Then we should install the document. Here is the comments, and that's all. The installing is finished. Then we can see the imported files, just commanding browse. As you can see, this in the first column, the column of years, the data are in red. It means that the static platform cannot reading our data, the providing data. For understanding for making the SATA platform understand and reads our data, we can run the command the string year and dpcom replace. Here it is. Now this data is now this SATA platform is reading and recognizing these files, these data informations. And then we can summarize the data. Here you can see the summarize of the data. They are variables. We have used it in our research. And the first one is year, international tourism, population, tax revenue, GDP. In our observations, there are 19 years used here. It is from the 2002 to 2020. And this middle or the medium information, standard deviation, minimum and maximum values used in these variables. Then we should set the year, tz year. As I have just mentioned, we have used the data from the 2002 to 2020, 19-year period. Here are our variables, and now let's begin. The first command would be to-line ts-line international tourism. Here we can see the data of the international tourism in the line graph, and it's just to make us more easy to understand and follow the changes of this variable. And not only the international tourism, we can also see the analysis of other variables like population or other variables. Then let's move to the next command, next graph, and that's two-way scatter plot. Or here we should use two variables. The first one would be independent, and the second one would be dependent. Here you can see the two-way scatter graph, and here the year is independent and international tourism is dependent variable. Here the provided informations in the graph, and here also we can show the two-way scatter graphs of the GDP and tax revenue or another variables, and that's our responsibility and to choose the variables as independent or dependent. The next graph would be graph box. Let's see. here on this graph box they are provided into two shapes, these lines and this figure, rectangular figure. On this rectangular figure this figure is consisting of the 75% of the information, and these upper and down lines provides the other 25% of the information, and anything here is just providing information more clear and to make our research more significant. Here we can also see the graph box of other variables. By the way, I have also providing all this information step by step in my Word file. Here all of them, and now we are in the graph box. Yes, in the graph box. As you can see, there's the first one, the second one, the international tourism, population, and so on. And then the next graph would be histogram, or in other words, it's a bar chart. In this bar chart, this line, which is like the bell shape, which is making bell shape, is as perfect and the significant normality line, and that's the line of our year data. As much as these our data will be near to this bell shape, or will organize the bell shape, so much it would be significant and our research would be recognize it, or more perfect. Then, as you can see, today we can also obtain the histograms of another variables as well. For example, international tourism. As you can see here, the data of the international tourism provides us more clear and more significant data, and we can see that it's very near to the perfect normality, just normal line, and that means these data are so significant. Then let's move to the pairwise correlation test. Pearson pairwise correlation test. On this test, we should just run, and we can obtain the data. On this test, we can see and compare the variables with each other, and the pairwise correlations are here. For example, the GDP and tax revenue. Here, as you can see, is providing the data that 97% of these tax revenue and GDP has a relationship between each others. For example, GDP and population has 99% of the relationship between each others, and tax revenue and population has a 98 and 95 percent relationship between each other, and so on. We should just click the myfile.doc, and here we can see the any kind of comments and data in the Word file. So here we can just copy and easily put it in our own Word files to illustrate them in our Word files. The next command would be pnorm test. Here, as you can see, let's run the first one. Pnorm test is also the normality test. Here we can see the line, the straight line, and the points. As much as these points would be near to this line, so much they would be significance of these datas. And here we can also take the data of another variables and so on. The next one would be S-Wilk test. S-Wilk test is the Shapiro-Wilk test. As you can see, their data was taken from this stata calculation. And what say? Here we can see the number of the years used in our observation, and the R squared values. Here we can see the numbers, which means that 90, for example, in our condition, 99% of the independent variables are just experienced or confirmed with a year, just with a independent variable. So this one also the same, but this that was obtained with a more clear data, which where some error data are revealed. And here the p-test. Here we should obtain the data, and when the data are less than 0.05, they are significant, but as we can see, this only the data of population is significant, and it means that the population and year has a the relationship between each other. Significant relationship between each other. Regression. Here you can see that all of these data I was distributed in my Word file as well, and you can see, you can find anything which was conducted in this research in my Word file as well. The next one is Jarku-Berre normality test. For this we should, first of all, we should run this command to set here, and then install the Jarku-Berre normality test. It was installed, yes, now, and we can run. As we can see, they was provided the Jarku-Berre normality test. The next one is DWASN test. Niyatjon test is Durbin-Watson test, and here you can also see the data of the Durbin-Watson statistic test, the results of them. Here the 5 means that there are 5 variables, and 19 is 19 years. Then they are the multicollinearity test, or VIF, variance inflation factor test. We can run it and we can see that one. And here we should point on this thing, mean VIF. Here, if they would be lower than 10, it means that this data is relevant to the research, or this data is significant. This is considered as a significant by the Stata platform. But as you can see in our condition, this more than 10, so it means that not relevant to the Stata platform. Then there is another test. We should predict the y hat and e hat, and now as you can see, there was added another column, y hat, and now we can see the histogram of the y hat. And as well e hat and histogram of e hat. Then a field test of the y hat and e hats. Then there is a heteroscedasticity test. We can also run it. Here's the data on this shape and the graph. As you can see, we should point out that if these points would be so as much as near to this line, so much this research or this data would be significant and would be considered by the Stata as a significant statistic data. As a final comment, a stat hat test, and here you can see the result of this test. And from this point we should finish our first video. See you soon. Thank you so much.